This is part of a series on ASDOOM and ASDOOM2.WAD. E1M6, the living areas for officers and scientists stationed at the base, along with any visiting dignitaries. Place looks pretty damn nice, although shining these floors must be a nightmare, especially when the shotgunners keep using all the wax on their bald-ass heads. I'll give the map this: it's got a visual style. In fact, after playing it, I went back and looked around the previous levels, and I've come to appreciate a couple things about Andy Shepard. One, his texture alignment is, for the most part, pretty fucking good. I didn't really catch this before. It's one of those things you don't notice unless it's broken, like a bone or a nun's hymen. Second thing, he's decent at taking a single texture and making it work for longer than it probably should. Granted, it could be better, and I'm kinda ignoring M1 and M3, but you gotta keep in mind that this is a 94-WAD, so I'm gonna give him points for that. The map can be divided into 3 main areas. If your pistols aren't this big green bastard, you'll wanna head northeast. This takes you towards the exit, but it also gives you an army of shotgunners to deal with. Don't worry, it's not as bad as M5, and the conversion only throws a couple of chain gunners in the mix. There is a trap, but it's kinda hard to even call it a trap when you can avoid it by walking forward. You're gonna need all these shotguns though. You'll also probably need the rocket launcher. Why? Well, the red key ain't so bad, but here's what the blue key looks like. And here's the yellow key. Yeah, it's a bona fide Baron Bonanza. Or in the Doom 2 conversion, it's an amazing Arachnotron assembly. Or something, I don't know. There's a lot of fucking spiders, and you're the only John Goodman around for 50 million miles. Point is, you'll want the rockets to deal with the enemies guarding the keys. The problem? You need all 3 keys to get the rocket launcher. So there you go. I had to kite some of the Barons around to pull this off. It's not that bad, but I had another epiphany while playing this map. While I've grown to appreciate Andy Shepard's visual chops, I'm really starting to sour on his particular brand of combat, where he sticks a wall of meat between you and the objective. I mean, come on, there are 20 fucking Barons here for no good goddamn reason. If I wanted to play Hell Revealed, well, I'd probably just hire someone to spank my balls till they look like a couple of cherries. At least it'd be over faster, but if I couldn't do that, I'd just play Hell Revealed. Now, the red key area goes a lot smoother. You'll mainly be dealing with cacos, and as soon as the shit hits the fan, they'll start teleporting on top of this fountain, which is a pretty obvious indication that you're supposed to do the same. Unfortunately, Mr. Shepard falls back into bad habits with this dimly lit grid of narrow corridors at the top of a long shit lift. There's a few enemies sprinkled around, but once you hit this switch, specters will be released. You do get a light amp visor, so make the most of it. This isn't as irritating as dealing with 20 Barons, but it is the worst designed part of the map, and it seems to be a trope the author just can't shake. Maybe it's some deep-seated childhood trauma. His father beat his ass with an Excel spreadsheet one too many times. Overall, I do like the way the map looks, and there are some interesting design choices, including a couple of hidden, non-secret corridors. Although one of them is pretty damn useless, and the other one has some severe block map issues, but still, he tried. There are 3 actual secrets. One has a soul sphere, the other 2 have a bit of ammo, so nothing spectacular, but every bullet helps. As usual, if you're playing continuously, it's just so damn easy. He loads you up with cell packs all over the place. I think I'll give this one 4 out of 10. And I'm just now realizing that my earlier statement in E1M3 about how the maps tend to get better as you progress, well, that may have been a crock of shit. But there's still one map left to pull it together before we reach the Doom Standard boss fight that has about as much gravitas as a wet fart in church. Next.